Hey, what's up everybody? Dave here with another new comic book day haul and recommendations video for all of you. And before we get into the comics, I'm going to do a quick shout out. And today's shout out is going to be for an awesome channel, and that is Wahoo Comics. Very cool dude, a very big supporter. He's got lots of great content on his channel. He does a lot of CGC unboxings, and I mean, those videos, he's got some amazing keys and grails. He also does videos talking about investing in comics and how to save money for the books that are really special to you. He also has videos providing tips for both buying and selling on eBay, and I've found those ones especially to be helpful because I buy a lot of older books on eBay. And he also does a cool video series where he focuses on like the key books of a particular character and tells you what you could consider getting at various price points, such as, you know, you could get X, Y, and Z for $20 a piece, or if you have $50 you could get this and that, and so on, all the way up, you know, to higher amounts and such. So it's very informative. It's very nice to know there's these certain keys for different characters and stuff that you could get at different price points. You know, if you can't afford the big time like first appearances and you know, things like that, it's nice to know that you can get some other keys at various price points. At the time of this recording, he's currently at 608 subscribers. So if you've not checked out his channel, the link is going to be in the description box below. Please check out his channel. You're not going to be disappointed. Alright everybody, so let me show you which books I picked up. First two books actually were released last week, and that's going to be Phantom Road issue number 5 from Image Comics, and this is the cover A. And then World Tree issue number 1, third print from Image Comics. And now the books that were released this week, we got Dark Ride issue number 7, cover A from Image Comics. Then we got Fish Flies issue number 1 from Image Comics, cover A. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things crossover from IDW, this is issue number 1, and this one is going to be the cover D. And then we got Something Epic issue number 2, second print, and it's from Image Comics. And Something Epic issue number 3, got a couple covers for this. This is going to be the cover A from Image Comics. Then we got the cover B. This is the Last Action Hero movie homage cover. Then we got cover C, a nice Star Wars A New Hope homage cover. And we got cover D. And last one, we got Second Coming Trinity issue number 4 from Wahoo Comics. And this is the only cover for this. Alright everybody, so all of these books in this haul are very good reads, but right now I'm going to give you my top 3 favorite books from this haul. I got my buddy Soundwave here to help me out. So the first book we're going with is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things crossover from IDW. Let's jump in, check out some of the artwork here. There you go, you see some Demodogs there. Alright, the turtles. Alright, Soundwave. Alrighty, so I don't normally collect Stranger Things comics. I did collect some of the early comics that came out, but I haven't been collecting the new series that they've had. But when I saw that they were doing a crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I decided I had to give it a try. I mean, I love Stranger Things, the show, and I do love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so it seemed like a no-brainer. Anyway, this was very good. Not sure exactly where in the Stranger Things timeline this takes place, but whatever. It's still a cool crossover. So we start out here, we find our heroes from Hawkins arriving in New York City on a class field trip. They end up getting separated from their classmates, of course, and end up in the subway. And in the subway, to discover some weird noises, they go to investigate, and they find the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fighting a horde of Demodogs. But the Demodogs seem to be like a crossover between the Demodogs and Mousers from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So they're part robot. And our heroes from Hawkins, they end up teaming up with the Turtles, and they make a plan to split up. And some of them go in search of Baxter Stockman, and some go to look for more of the Demomousers, I guess you could call them, since they're cross between the Demodogs and Mousers. But yeah, this was a solid first issue. The writing was good, and it really captured the tone and the feel of the Stranger Things characters. And I liked the artwork and how they went, particularly with the Turtles designs. They went with the old school Mirage Studios designs on them, with the all red masks and that like lanky kind of not overly big and muscular body designs. Those ones I really like. I like those original designs. So I think if you like Stranger Things or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you'll enjoy this issue. And I'm looking forward to the next one and seeing where it goes from here. All right, next up is going to be Phantom Road, issue number 5 from Image Comics. Let's jump in. Let's check out some of the artwork here. Got some of the action going on here. That scene. A little bit more here. These corpse-like creatures. Really weird. Alright, so you got good stuff here in this series. Really, it's definitely going to be another Jeff Lemire classic. So this issue is picking up with Agent Weaver, who's just recently freed herself from her bonds, and she's going through the file that she found labeled Operation Jackknife. She's going through the documents, which seem to indicate that these weird otherworldly beings have been found dead along numerous roads at various times in the past. And then we also find out that her boss at the FBI is working with the weird dude that I think he was from issue number 2. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was issue number 2 that he was in, and he told Birdie and Dom that they had to go and deliver the object that they found. So he was actually in that other world with them and telling them what they had to do. Strange dude. Not sure what the connection is really just yet, if he's from that world or our world. I'm not 100% sure what his deal is yet, but hopefully we'll figure it out eventually. But meanwhile, in the other world, Birdie and Dom are fighting off a horde of creatures, and they just narrowly escape. Towards the end, they take a moment to just stop, rest, and also close the trailer doors that they had left open when they were making their escape. And at that point, we get a little surprise reveal about the object that they're carrying, and it just it creates more questions. It's going to be very strange to see where they go with this, but they then set out to finish their mission. Meanwhile, the book, the first couple pages, and then of course the last 2 pages have some really weirdness to them, aside from the weirdness in the middle and everything. But you have like this bear from the logo of the truck stops that seem to be gateways to this other world, these crazy beings. But now we see like the personification of that logo walking around. He shows up and he takes one of the a hammer. It's right here, actually. He takes a hammer from one of the dead creatures that Dom left on the creature, and he just like cracks one of the other creatures over the head with it, and then he walks off, and he's like singing in the background. He just like walks off and starts singing. It was very, very strange. This is the first time we've seen this character pop up, other than being in the logos. So it was really weird, very weird. But yeah, this was a solid fast-paced issue, in particular with all that action there, and it got some good writing and the unique artwork, of course. So I've been really enjoying this series, and I'm really looking forward to the next issue and seeing where we go with this, especially with that reveal that was in here about what that object might be that's inside the truck. All right, and number 3, last but not least, had to save it for last because I had the most to talk about with this one. Something Epic, issue number 3 from Image Comics. Let's check out some of the interior artwork. I love this artwork. This is really just it's beautiful. Hey, look at that. That page is awesome. Soundwave, thank you. All right, so this series is taking an interesting turn with this issue. I've loved every issue thus far, and this one is no different. I really love it. I think I said this last time when I talked about issue number 2. I really like how each issue opens with like about 2 pages of this narrative exposition. And normally I wouldn't like it, but it's so well written that it's great to read. It really is. It's great. They just did such a great job with it. But in this one, we get treated to Danny being in his dream, and he's talking with a younger version of his mother, and he shows her some of his creations, and one of them is a truly beautiful scene, which I had showed before, which is this one. This is really nice. I just think that scene is so nice. But anyway, now we get back to him being in reality, and things are not so good for his mother, and she ends up confessing to him that she hears those creatures from this parallel world or whatever they are, but she hears them just like he does, and she tells him to tell her all about the things that he has seen and heard. He does that, and she ends up apologizing for not believing him and tells him that she loves him, and then she passes away. And the book jumps ahead 10 years into the future, and then we have Danny living alone, except for having a little pet cat, but he's living alone out in the countryside, out in peace. He's been keeping his thoughts dull and not imagining. He's doing this in order to not trigger any dreams, and he's trying not to see any of these things anymore. It seems as that he's been able to suppress it somehow. So he keeps to himself, and eventually, though, it seems that something has caught up to him and confronts him with what it says is his own darkness. But damn, this series is great. It really is. This is my favorite series so far this year. And just to go back to the part where his mother dies, it was heartbreaking. When he's talking to his mother and then she ends up dying, it really was heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie, I felt upset when that happened, and I definitely teared up a little bit. 100%. The writing and the art is just so wonderful in this series. And let me see, I'm hoping I pronounced this guy's name properly. Kodransky. He does an amazing job here, just absolutely amazing. I've not read a series before where just every issue has such emotional resonance. I love talking about this series, but I'm just gonna have to stop myself here because I can just go on and on and on about it. Definitely, if you're not reading this series, you really should do yourself a favor and check it out. Really, I promise you're not going to be disappointed by it. I cannot wait for the next issue, because the way this one ended, it was just pretty crazy. I'm looking forward to the next one and seeing where we go from here. All right, everybody, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Soundwave, for all your assistance as usual. And, please consider hitting that good old like button and subscribing to the channel. And everybody that's already subscribed to the channel, thanks very much. Really do appreciate all of your support. And, leave a comment down below if you like. Let me know what you picked up. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Or just say hi. Always love hearing from everybody. And also, don't forget to check out the CBC Awards. I'll have a link to that channel. That website in the description box below. I believe the nominations period is open until August 5th, so you still got a little bit of time to get on there and nominate your favorite content creators in the comic book community. So definitely check it out. It's a really cool thing. And until next time, be safe, be well, and I'll catch you later.